Story 1. My husband's mistress doesn't know that we are three women in that relationship. I won't tell her that. About 4 years ago, I discovered that my husband is cheating on me with the typical cliche of a stupid young girl who is barely out of college and tries to climb to a higher position by sleeping with the new boss. Almost 4 years have passed, and she continues to earn the same in the same position. Maybe someday she'll realize she's wasting her time with my idiot husband. Anyway, I've always known about that secret relationship, but I won't say anything for the simple fact that I'd rather be a cuckold with money until all my kids turns 18 and I can leave than a cuckold who has to pay a loan for some blood-sucking lawyers and has to go rent a small apartment with 4 children. The other big reason is that if I get divorced and he marries that woman, I won't let my children spend time with a woman who clearly will fill their heads with bad ideas about me. She hates me even if I don't know her. I don't want my kids to be forced with someone who maybe will hate them too. I don't even know if that woman will treat them badly, and they're minors. They would be forced to spend time with her because my husband could easily have most of the custody because he earns more than me. I don't want that. I want to still have my kids with me. I prefer to save myself the headache of making a scandal that is going to affect my children. My husband is an easy cock, but he hides it very well. He treats me like he loves me, loves the kids, and most of all, I have full access to all credit cards as always. I am going to divorce him when the last of my children reaches the age of majority, so like that I can avoid shared custody with him. Children will be adults to understand things that a small child would not understand. Anyway, his mistress is very stupid, and I don't say it just because she F's my husband. She is, because she just fell in love with that moron who doesn't give her anything good in return. She sends him messages such as, "Do you prefer me over your wife? You're going to leave her, right? I want us to be together. You don't sleep with her anymore, do you? Treat her badly. Your wife is an ugly witch. I'm sure I feel better, doesn't it?" My husband's replies to those messages are just, "Yes, I treat her badly as you told me. I don't touch her anymore. We'll be together soon," etc. But it's all a lie. He has never treated me badly. He is a totally loving man with me even now. We have never stopped sleeping together. I don't want him to suspect that I know anything, even though we have intimacy, every pope's death, because I don't want to. I think it's obvious that if he didn't get divorced in 4 years, it's because he doesn't intend to. Anyway, that silly girl seems to be really in love with him and thinks he loves her. She does everything for him. Recently, I discovered that he has another mistress. He says the same thing to this girl, but she is smarter because she only asks for gifts, and that's it. From the messages I read, they don't seem to have a relationship beyond the monetary because she's pretty cold. I guess she wants more expensive gifts, but my husband can't spend too much, or I would notice that. She's smart. On the other hand, the first mistress is totally convinced that my husband sleeps only with her and no one else, that he treats me badly, and they are going to live together in a castle of clouds. She doesn't know we're almost in harem, and she's not even the favorite concubine at this point. No, I didn't marry with him for money, and I really loved him. When we meet, he wasn't rich, and he is not rich now neither. We just have a good life. Yes, I've been saving money. I'm prepared for anything else that might happen, and I know this might not go perfectly. I have other plans if things don't go my way, but ideally this would continue like this. About how I feel, I'm relaxed. My life is normal, even if I know this. I have a good relationship with my husband, although it is hard to believe. He is an idiot, but it is easy to hide the true feelings. People always does that. I don't feel anything for him anymore, so it's much easier to me talk with him. We're not cold with each other or anything like that. I no longer feel anger for him, but for my own situation. I go to therapy, and I have my own trips that makes me happy. I don't want another relationship either. I'm not too interested in that. I prefer to travel. This is the most I can do to take care of my children and have them with me. If I can give one piece of advice to anyone, always work and have your own money. Even if you're a Sam, try to do something to gain a little bit of money. Also, don't fall in love with married men either. They're just going to use you. It's something I learned reading those messages. They just enjoy being desired but doesn't desire anyone else than themselves. And for those who comments that I'm an idiot or a doormat, I congratulate you for having the privilege of being able to divorce whenever you want and keep your kids. Because yes, that is a privilege that not many of us have. I love myself, but my kids will always come first to me. Story 2. My girlfriend makes me feel sexually frustrated. I don't know why I'm so upset about this. In fact, I feel super embarrassed to feel this upset about my sex life, but it's still the way that I feel. Basically, my girlfriend likes to tease me and play with my junk a lot, and both my body and I get really excited about it. However, she teases me so much to the point where it actually gets so frustrating, and I feel neglected when she just stops and leaves me to deal with it myself. It isn't attractive to me, and it hasn't been for the past months that we've been dating, and tonight was my breaking point. We just spent the day together at the mall, and when we got back to my house, the teasing started. She started fondling my crotch and stuff, and obviously I got in the mood. For the next hour, my girlfriend got me really close and even teased a BJ for me, which I was really excited for because I love them and she knows this. Completely got me in the mood, and then she just stopped. She sent me pictures of her to jerk off to later to keep me thinking about her right before she left, but I just felt so frustrated and embarrassed, and I just couldn't wait for her to leave. Right after she left, I booked it to my room and I just started crying. I got really upset about it and am just rotting in bed now. I feel so sexually annoyed, frustrated, embarrassed, and neglected, and I'm tired of jerking off. It doesn't fulfill me at all, and I just do it to reach the point of orgasm. My girlfriend only really likes sex, like intercourse, and I like it too, but at the same time I want more intimacy than that. She only really lets me finish during sex, and if I'm being completely honest, I've gotten bored of it. I just don't know how to communicate any of this to her without hurting her feelings and without feeling completely ashamed.